In the first scene we see two midwives, Anna and Monica, delivering a baby for a woman. Anna is about to go on vacation. When Anna returns, she will be a patient herself, as she is about to give birth. At home, Anna is awaited by her pet and piles of dirty dishes. Her husband hasn't come home from work yet. Anna, in anticipation of the soon-to-be-born baby, tidied up the entire house. Then after taking photos of each room, she posted an ad online. Almost immediately a sweet elderly couple responded to the ad. Their home seemed perfect to Anna. Without much thought, Anna accepted Olga and Hans's offer. After that, she started cooking dinner. Unfortunately, Anna had to dine alone, which made her very sad. To pass the time she watched TV. Marc came home very late and immediately apologized to his wife. Being an architect, Marc works a lot. Anna was still very angry with her husband, who didn't even bother to call her. She asked him to bring her a beer, saying it wouldn't harm the pregnancy. However, Marc brought her non-alcoholic beer. While Marc was eating his cold dinner, Anna showed him the ad about the temporary house swap with a charming elderly couple. Marc had completely forgotten about their plans and said he couldn't go this month because he needed to finish a project. This upset Anna even more. Before bed, while Marc was relaxing, playing a video game through a virtual reality helmet, Anna couldn't hold back and told her husband everything that was on her mind. Anna was tired of the husband not helping around the house at all. They were about to have a baby, and they hadn't even chosen a name yet. Marc was offended to hear such reproaches against him because he worked hard and tried his best for the family. That night, Anna was tormented by nightmares. Waking up, she went outside and had a cigarette. Anna was disillusioned with her marriage and didn't know what to expect from the near future. Without realizing it, she began peeping at her neighbor who was working at his computer all night. Noticing Anna, the man smiled at her. In the morning, as an apology, Marc made breakfast for his wife and promised to take a short vacation from work. Right now the most important thing for them is family. Marc promised his wife that during their vacation he would forget about video games. The couple decided to leave their dog Tesla with their neighbor Lucas, who is always happy to see Anna. He is in love with the woman and asks her to read his new book. Anna promised to do it later. Soon after packing their things, the couple set off. They were to fly by airplane. Marc didn't quite keep his promise and played on his phone. The couple met Olga and Hans at a cafe and exchanged keys with them. Both speak good Spanish. Olga asked Anna if they were expecting a son or a daughter. Anna replied that they decided not to find out until the birth. Unlike Hans and Olga, this was the first experience of such travels for Marc and Anna. Hans said there are 3 important rules: respect other people's property, get used to the house and leave it in its original condition. Hans wanted to give Marc his smartwatch as a welcome gift. Marc tried to politely decline, but Hans insisted. Olga asked Anna how her pregnancy was going. Anna lied that she didn't drink, didn't smoke and did gymnastics. The impression from the meeting with Hans and Olga was purely positive for the couple. Besides staying in their house, Olga and Hans allowed Marc and Anna to drive their expensive car. Marc was thrilled, confident that they would have a great vacation in Germany. The first rule is to respect other people's property. Lucas watched through the peephole as Olga and Hans entered Anna and Marc's apartment. Hans and Olga's huge luxurious mansion was equipped with an artificial intelligence system, whereas Marc and Anna's apartment was much more modest. But the elderly couple didn't seem to mind at all. Marc and Anna were settling into their new temporary home. The homeowners left them a cake, which was very nice. Neither Anna nor Marc suspected that right at that moment, Olga and Hans were destroying their apartment, creating a mess in every room. The elderly couple laughed loudly, not caring at all about the preservation of other people's property. Olga's attention was drawn to a magnet on the refrigerator containing a recording of Anna's baby's heartbeat. Marc wonders what Olga and Hans did before retirement to afford such a house. Meanwhile, Hans continued to turn everything in the house upside down, as if looking for something. Seeing the smart mirror, Marc said how cool it was. The display showed, among other things, footage from surveillance cameras in all the rooms of the mansion. Olga scattered all of Anna's wardrobe items, and Hans happily joined his wife. While the young couple suspected nothing, Hans and Olga made their way to the baby room. First they looked around, and then they performed some kind of strange ritual. Marc thanked his wife for convincing him to go on this adventure. By the way, the cake turned out to be very delicious. It turned out that Hans is a popular writer. Many of his books have become bestsellers. Suddenly Anna's attention was drawn to someone outside. An Asian girl swimming in the pool introduced herself as Lily, the daughter of Hans and Olga. Lily thought the guests would not arrive until tomorrow, so she decided to come over. Anna politely said hello to Lily, who like her parents was fluent in Spanish. Later, the couple talked about this strange girl. She was clearly the adopted daughter of Olga and Hans. Marc couldn't stop being amazed by the smart mirror's capabilities. He also noticed that the walls on different sides of the bedroom didn't match up, which meant that there was a secret room. Being an architect, Marc understands these things. In the middle of the night, Marc was awakened by a strange sound that seemed to come from somewhere behind the mirror. When Anna woke up in the morning, she didn't find her husband next to her. Moreover, he was nowhere to be found in the house. At that time, Marc was driving at full speed on a forest highway, ignoring incoming calls from his wife. Anna didn't understand what was happening, but the situation scared her. Marc had an accident. Anna immediately went to the hospital. Fortunately, Marc didn't sustain any serious injuries, although the car was completely wrecked. Marc didn't let his wife touch himself and did not say a word to her at all. For now, he had to walk with a cane. At Hans and Olga's house, Marc began silently packing his things. Anna demanded an explanation from her husband. He only said that he intended to go home tomorrow. The second rule is to get used to the new home. In the morning, Anna was amazed to hear Marc laughing and talking on the phone with Hans. Marc also prepared a luxurious breakfast for his wife, acting as if nothing unusual had happened yesterday. Before breakfast, Marc gave his wife a pill, saying it was an iron supplement. There was nothing to worry about because Hans assured them that the insurance would cover all the car repair expenses. Moreover, Hans allowed the couple to use another one of his cars. This time Anna was driving. As the couple originally planned, they went on a museum tour. Anna couldn't shake a feeling of unease. Everything seemed wrong to her. At one point, Anna had a panic attack and accidentally broke an old wooden clock. She hurriedly left the museum. In the car, she asked her husband why he was about to leave Germany yesterday and was already enjoying the vacation today. When Marc in turn asked if he was the father of the child, Anna hesitated to respond. Some time ago Anna had an affair with Lucas, and apparently her husband had found out about it. Anna swore to Marc that she had been faithful to him ever since. Marc forgave his wife and they reconciled, deciding to start fresh. In the evening, they were surprised to see the house lights on in their absence. Perhaps it was the artificial intelligence. In any case, the couple didn't give it much thought. The next morning, they brainstormed names for their future son or daughter. Marc gave his wife another pill and took one himself. When Marc went to the store, Anna received a message from Lucas saying their guests were acting strange. Anna was angry at Lucas for telling Marc about their affair. However, Lucas insisted that he hadn't said anything. Anna didn't believe him. The artificial intelligence showed Anna a recording from the surveillance cameras, showing Marc pacing back and forth nervously 2 nights ago. It turned out that Hans had previously sent Marc a video message, showing a ring found on the floor in their house in Barcelona. The ring was engraved with Anna and Lucas together forever. Suddenly there was a knock on the door, making Anna anxious. There was no one on the doorstep. Anna didn't notice someone coming from behind. She still felt a strange presence in the house, a little later discovering some unkempt woman in the bathroom. Anna couldn't understand what this woman was saying. At one point, she said in broken Spanish that they should leave as soon as possible. Marc arrived, and with him was Lily. Seeing the woman, Lily told the couple to call the police, but the woman suddenly attacked her. Marc pulled the woman away from Lily. Within a few minutes the ambulance and police arrived. Lily explained to the couple that this woman had escaped from a psychiatric hospital and was mistaking strangers for her own. Later, Lily suggested that the couple visit a traditional carnival with her. To distract themselves, the couple decided to accept the offer. Marc still wouldn't let his wife drink alcohol. She wanted to discuss the message Hans had sent, but Marc said it wasn't necessary. At the carnival everyone was having fun. On the other hand, the ritual bonfire, masks and dances created a creepy atmosphere. At one point Anna again felt anxious and disoriented. At home to relax, she took a bath. Marc apologized to his wife, saying that perhaps she felt unwell because the bartender had mixed up the alcoholic beer with the non-alcoholic. In the evening, Lucas heard the dog barking and behaving restlessly. Meanwhile, Olga and Hans were conducting a strange ritual right in the bath. Suddenly Olga dunked her husband in the water and held him there for a long time. When she removed her hands, Hans dived out in a panic. At that moment the wife took his life. Lucas knocked on the neighbor's door, telling Olga that his dog had run into their yard, and he wanted to pick it up. Olga silently let Lucas inside. Kesla continued to behave very restlessly. Discovering Hans lifeless in the bath, Lucas was shocked. In the morning Anna found a rune tattoo on her shoulder, the same one Marc had recently gotten. Anna demanded an explanation from him. Marc claimed that during the carnival, they both decided to get matching tattoos symbolizing rebirth. However, Anna had no memory of this. When the husband handed her a pill and juice, Anna smashed the glass. She realized something was wrong with her husband. He had never been this caring before. Marc responded that he knew he had made many mistakes in the past and hadn't taken good care of his wife. But now Marc intended to make things right. Anna told her husband in tears that she wanted to go back home. Marc didn't reply, only reminding her to take the pill. Anna hesitated but did so. After that, Marc said he agreed to leave. These words made Anna feel relieved. While Marc went to another room to call Hans, Anna spit out the pill. Marc assured her that he had arranged everything with Hans and suggested they buy a small farewell gift for him and his wife. Anna decided to stay home and book the tickets. When the husband left, Anna called Lucas, but another neighbor Serafin answered, and informed her that Lucas had voluntarily passed away. Anna couldn't believe it. Unable to bear it, she burst into tears and called a taxi to the airport. Anna started packing in a hurry, when suddenly she saw Olga in the mirror, who advised her to humble herself and laughed ominously. Breaking the mirror, Anna discovered a hidden room. There was a photograph of Olga, Hans and the woman Lily had called crazy. In another photo, Lily was with her adoptive parents. Anna realized she needed to escape as soon as possible. But her way out was blocked by Hans, who, holding strawberries for his wife, realized she wanted to leave without him. Anna tried to pretend everything was fine. On her second attempt to escape, her path was already blocked by Lily. Anna had to muster all her courage to stay calm. Hearing the taxi honking outside, Anna rushed off and locked herself in one of the rooms, hoping to leave the house through the window, but it was closed. She helplessly watched as her husband negotiated with the taxi driver. While Olga continued her ritual, Anna slapped Marc, receiving an even harder slap in return. Marc and Lily together grabbed Anna and threw her into another room. Anna now understood that this was not Marc in front of her. The one who looked like Anna's husband said that Marc was waiting for her at home in Barcelona. Lily cautiously took the sharp object from Anna's hands. Sitting in the bath surrounded by candles, Olga recited the ritual words. Meanwhile, Marc and Lily held Anna underwater. Olga submerged herself as well, and when she resurfaced, it was Anna in Olga's body. Not understanding anything, Anna doesn't know how she ended up in their home in Barcelona. In one of the rooms, she found Hans's body. Seeing her reflection, Anna screamed in despair. Meanwhile, Hans and Olga rejoiced in their new bodies. Olga called Serafin and asked him to check their apartment because their guests had supposedly sent them a strange message. As expected, Serafin found lifeless Hans in the apartment. Anna in Olga's body hid. Serafin called the police and hurried away. Things didn't go according to Olga and Hans' plan because it was assumed that Anna wouldn't survive. Lily said that no one would believe Anna anyway. Sneaking out of the house, Anna watched Serafin talk to the police about what he had seen. Olga and Hans, after saying goodbye to Lily, who turned out to be Olga's mother, were about to leave for Anna and Marc's home in Barcelona. The third rule is to leave the house in its original condition. Anna watched Olga and Hans from the garden, feeling powerless to do anything. Those people had stolen Anna and her husband's lives. However, Anna was not going to give up just like that, and at night went to the hospital where she worked to get everything necessary to carry out her plan. Seeing an unfamiliar woman, Monica, Anna's colleague, told her to leave. Anna managed to convince Monica that she was a nurse from another ward where they had run out of bandages and some other supplies. Anna was determined not to let her child, who wasn't even born yet, end up with strangers. Meanwhile, Olga and Hans were coming up with a name for the future baby. Hearing the doorbell and seeing strawberries at the doorstep, Hans realized that Anna was nearby and started searching for her on all the floors. Anna managed to lure him into the basement and locked in there. After that, gathering everything she needed in her backpack, Anna sneaked into her former house and knocked Olga out by injecting her with some medicine. Olga woke up immobile. Anna said she had injected her with a labor-inducing medicine. While Hans desperately tried to get out, Olga was in labor and tried to persuade Anna to let her go. If Anna harmed Olga, she would harm herself too. Besides, her body was soon to turn 80. Hearing the knocking, Serafin went down to the basement and released Hans, who asked him to call the police. Hans himself went to the house, where Anna attacked him. By that time Olga had already given birth. Hans was stronger, but Anna managed to reach the scissors and wound him. Calming down a bit, Anna realized that Olga was missing. Anna found the baby in the kitchen. Olga crept up on her from behind, but Anna was more cunning and took Olga's life. Anna was about to take her baby and escape. The police arrived, but Anna managed to leave unnoticed. By the way, she also took her dog Tesla.